been stuck indoors in Dalat for the last 3 days, but thankfully there's a break in the weather, so now we can go to the markets.
However, we're not going to the markets for fun. If this rain's going to keep up, we need to get a few more things to be prepared for the next leg of our journey. So fingers crossed we can find what we need.
Want to experience, explore and travel Vietnam from the comfort of your home? Then click subscribe and join our tribe.
So what have you found?
Got 2 pairs of long socks, so hopefully no more battle scars. So the night before we left Saigon, I realized that I'd forgotten to pack long socks, which worked out not so much in my favor because I got some really bad boot rub on the right here. So I definitely had to invest in some socks before we got into the next leg of the trip. And I got me some styly camo socks to go with my styly camo bike.
Sweet. On the subject of boot burn, the next thing we bought, big square plasters. So the idea being, you're going to put one of these over each burn before we ride.
Yeah.
As extra precaution, just in case, we bought some bandage, so that if need be, we can put that around as some extra layers, give some extra padding between the boot and the ankle until it's healed.
Yeah.
And we also got some smaller plasters, so bigger than your normal plasters that are in our first aid kit, but these ones are for my knees because believe it or not, I got knee burn. Before we left Saigon, I bought a new pair of riding pants because I didn't bring mine from home, but the inbuilt knee protectors, the whole ride up, they were just rubbing on the tops of my knees and actually rubbed the skin away. We paid, I think it was about $48,000 all up, eh?
Yep.
So, you know, certainly not breaking the bank. Crazy cheap. Then what did we get?
So our third purchase were a couple of raincoats, but they're not for us, they're actually for our backpacks. The new backpacks that we bought don't come with covers, nor does it look like they would actually repel any kind of water or liquid of any kind. So we've decided to buy these. They're pretty sturdy, they're big enough to wrap the bags around or into.
So these are literally raincoats. They're not backpack covers. We tried to find backpack covers before we left Ho Chi Minh. We just ran out of time and yeah, didn't happen. When we've asked around in Dalat, nobody can think if we could find them. We certainly haven't seen any, but our hotel manager suggested just using raincoats because he reckons that's what he does whenever he's got to head off on the bike in the rain. Made sense. They were 100,000 dong each. And yeah, they're big enough to fit me, so they'll be big enough to wrap the backpacks in, and we'll just keep them secured with the tie-down straps.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Which brings us to the next purchase, which was new tie-down straps. So when we bought the bikes, they came with the ever popular backpack bungee. You'll see these on all the Honda Winds rolling around Vietnam with a backpacker on it. However, we lost the first one in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, easily.
So that was on Tash's bike, popped off, and you were pretty fortunate, weren't you?
Yeah, it just fell short of the back wheel, tangling up in the back wheel, so I was very lucky.
And we hadn't noticed, it was actually when we pulled in to get on the ferry and we had to slow down, park up, get our tickets, a local saw it dangling there. Really lucky. In fact, if we'd been on something like a Wind that doesn't have a chain guard or that on it, I think it would have been, yeah, it would have been a bit messier, but we were fortunate in that sense. So today we bought some bigger, thicker ones. Got the width to them, so they'll pull better on the backpacks, I reckon. Now my backpack, I've got to ride with mine upright. At one point on the bike it looked like it was about to fold in half because I only had one bungee around the middle of it. So yeah. And the cool thing is, if they are too long, with this material we can tie a knot in it, and it's going to shorten the length. And we ended up with 4 of these at 20,000 dong a piece. So
Score.
80,000 dong, and we're good. We'll be good to go.
Hit the road, Jack.
Get back out, and hopefully this time it'll be not so many hours on the road, and it'll be a little more comfortable. I might hop in it.
Do you keep running or stop or? Nope, that's the heat.
What's that?
The arm that's out is in the head.